Okay, good morning. Well, I wanted to just pull cards on the update on the Idaho 4 murderer and what's going on with him now. And what I got is, I just pulled a very short thing, the greatness. You know, they're talking about this long-term greatness, natural causes. So what I get from this, natural causes, death by natural causes, about how, wonderful these 4 are that were murdered, the beauty of them, okay, their beauty and just how lovely they were as people. So at the center of it, when it comes to the abundance he thought he was going to get from this, we've got no abundance with what he's holding on to, okay? So things are starting to go sour for him. At the first, he was pumping himself up and, feeling good, and look what I've done, and I've gotten rid of the problem. But now, with all this stuff and everybody's, talking about these 4, especially Kaylee, in such, lovely terms, he's starting to lose that feeling that he had of accomplishment and stuff. That's starting to weigh now. Because the last thing what I have for him, emptiness, okay, it's the accident. It's crash and burn time. And now this is starting to weigh on him. The emptiness, the natural high that he got right after it is wearing off. And he no longer has those good feelings. And the more that they talk about how wonderful these ones were, the more he is losing what he had. Because at first he was feeling like he had really done something, and he's powerful, and he's this, and he's that. Well, that's going south now. Okay? The beauty of these people, okay, when it comes to, again, what he thought he had gotten from this, is now turning to emptiness, okay? So this is now starting to weigh on him. Rather than being celebratory and pumping himself up, now this stuff is starting to hit him, taking away that accomplishment he had felt, okay, just self-justification. All those things he had going for a time is now being eaten away. So, I think there is somebody that knows him, that knows something, okay? That knows something. Yeah, the wheel is turning, okay? The wheel is turning with this. Yeah, and there's no longer that feeling of that bravado, that yeah. So we'll see. It's only a matter of time before. And I think they already have some information, some idea of who has done it, and they're just watching and monitoring, waiting for this to slip up. Waiting for this guy to slip up and say something. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Yeah, I just get out of the blue. Yeah, it's feeling like this guy feels like he's in no man's land now. As far as her ex, pulled cards on him, and what I got was discernment, the graveyard, that their thing had ended, and that he is in a state of know yourself, and it was just this sorrow, grief at her death. And then it went into absolute anger at the darkness of what had taken place. Okay? Very angry about her passing. Yeah, he'd like to find whoever this is and rip him to shreds is what it is. But it looks like because what I got for him was looking at this discernment when it come to the graveyard, and her, she's a strong woman, okay, and they put that to rest. So yeah, and then went into great anger. So I think the great anger is not that he has that. I think he's got this anger at the perpetrator. That it is not that his anger was directed at her, that his anger is directed towards the killer. And the killer, like I said, I got the accident card. He's in crash and burn mode, is what it feels like. Accident, crash and burn. Not that it was an accident that this happened, but it's crash and burn. The emptiness now. And the pain, the mental pain of it and everything. It's no longer satisfying. When he did it, he felt satisfied. He felt he had his accomplishment. He got rid of the problem. But now everybody keeps talking about it. And she's, it's in his face every day, every day, every day. Rather than getting rid of it, she's become the topic of conversation amongst everyone, how wonderful she was, how beautiful she was, how accomplished they were, how tight they were, how wonderful they were. So this guy is inundated with even more of that feeling of emptiness and not belonging than he was when they were alive, and this was eating him up and fueling things, because now it's all around him. Feeling more and more tied up, more and more restricted, more and more. kind of a numbness and a sadness there. I don't think it's a sadness for what he's done. I think it's a sadness for himself. Kind of at the heart of it, he knows he's thrown away his life. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this here, and we'll see if I have interpreted this right, if the cards are right or wrong. This is, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. This is speculation, and yeah. So I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for tuning in, love and light. See you online.